Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this new moon reading. We're gonna see some messages for you. You can choose between decks or between the items that I have there. So this is deck 1 and it's the shell, and deck 2 with the all-seeing eye. I am gonna get straight into your readings, so I will see you at yours. Hello, those of you that chose deck 1 with the shell, welcome to your new moon reading. Let's take a look at what the energy is and some messages that would like to come out. Okay. I am hearing that some of you are going back to the drawing board. There is manifestation energy coming forward and rewriting, re-scripting, which tells me that you've had success with certain manifestations and now there's this focus, there's this kind of honing in on further details, okay? And there is a sense of mastery here, okay? I'm seeing that during this new moon, you're gonna see that you've mastered your emotions on certain things. So let's take a look at what wants to come out with the cards here. Cold moon, face your fears, right? Yes. Okay, there's this sense of you taking something head on here, and as I say, mastery of emotions. So you can expect to have a calmer energy during the new moon, and also certainly, okay, stepping out of fear in certain areas in your life and stepping into power, right? And stepping into that energy of, okay, I can rewrite the script, I can rewrite the story, I have power, right? I am powerful. And though there's of course that energy of, you know, that divine, whoever you believe in, the universe, right, they are supporting, they're guiding, and they can oftentimes show you something better, right? It's this sense that that still connects to you, it still comes from you, because you've already been putting things out there. The universe, divine, whoever you believe in, they are kind of adding to that, right? They're joining forces with you, so to speak. Okay, let's see what else here. Yes, some of you are going to be going out, attending events, something which you haven't done for some time for many of you, and this connects to facing your fears. And look, synchronicity, yeah, absolutely. There's a very powerful moment occurring for you, those of you that chose deck 1, okay? It's like now is the time, like strike while the iron is hot. I had this in a recent reading that I did, and it was like, this is the time, okay? So some of you, to a degree, it's almost as though, you know, you're taking that risk, taking a risk, but it's calculated risk to face these fears. And synchronicity being here tells me that what you do, things will shift and align with it. As I just touched on that divine, the universe, you know, adding things that will reinforce, that will back up what you're already putting in motion, right? Right place, right time. It's a Hawaiian saying, right place, right time. Mahalo I ka pono maio. Some of you may have a connection to Hawaii, the spirits of Hawaii and the gods and goddesses. But ultimately, it's this energy of right place, right time. Intuition, yeah, and you know that, you know that. You feel it. This is confirmation for many of you, okay? And there is also energy here of you receiving an award. This can also be graduation energy here. There's some type of official energy. I'm not saying that for all of you that will occur during the new moon. It can be you receive an invitation regarding that, an invite, okay? For others, this is about getting back out there on the social scene. There's a social invite, though there is some type of honor attached to it, right? It doesn't matter what level. It's like your friends can be honored to have you back out there and back in their company, right? It can be this as well. It's not just on a larger scale, it can be on a micro, you know, smaller scale here, but it's still important, it's still significant, it's still going to have an impact on your life, and a positive one at that. So your intuition is going to be very heightened and very strong also. This is helping you face these fears and also get aligned into this energy of synchronicity. Let's see what else here. Seek healing. Yeah. There's something I see here during the new moon for you. Those of you that chose deck 1, is that you're ready to do that. And to a degree, touching back on that, you know, taking a risk, but it's a calculated risk. Yes, there's still that energy of, but the what if, but it's not stopping you. And the fact that you're not stopping and you will face these fears, okay, that is healing in itself. That is healing in itself. So it's very much so a spiritual and energetic new moon for you. Yes, there are things occurring in the physical reality, but it's more so like it's still in the ethers, right? And it's the energetic and it's the spiritual elements at play, okay, that will manifest. Though during the new moon in particular, this is what's coming up for you. Let's get one more card. Dark side of the moon, mystery. Yeah. Which ultimately, face your fears. We know that that can mean the unknown. That can represent the unknown. But simultaneously, you have your intuition. So is it that it's completely unknown? When there's downloads coming to you, right? There's signs, there's guidance. And it's putting it together. It's the puzzle, right? So yes, there's this sense of working on that puzzle during this new moon for you. And also receiving downloads. Some of you are going to have a very important dream. Okay? This dream is going to reveal mysteries to you. There's also a connection to the wonders of the world. And I'm drawn to the rainbow here. So some of you, during the new moon, you may see a rainbow. Okay? You live in an area where rainbows are also quite... They occur often. Okay? And I am being drawn back to that energy of Hawaii. So some of you, you may not be connected to that part of the world necessarily, but it's another part of the world I'm seeing that has this kind of energy, like a strong, like in Spanish, they have duende, you know. It's like this energy of that land. This is what I'm getting at. Okay. And I'm seeing you tap into that. The reading itself is quite mysterious. And I see that that's all that needs to be shared. As I say, it's very much so a confirmation reading for many of you here who've picked this deck. Right place, right time. Okay, that was your reading, deck 1. Thank you so much. I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye for now. Okay, hello deck 2. Welcome to your new moon reading. You chose the all-seeing eye. And as I pulled your pile over, your deck over, I'm hearing an ex wants to come back. So let's see if we will get further insight on that, but there is an ex that wants to come back. Okay. Interestingly, some of you expect it. For some reason, some of you are expecting it. You may have already had a dream. You may have been given an intuitive hit that's happening. You may have been seeing their name coming up in random places after not seeing it for a while. And actually, I hear throwback. So for some reason, this particular ex energy is quite far back from your past, or it's that you had a long time with them, right? You were in a connection with them for a long time. Yes, there could have been breaks in between and then a final break. Let's see why this is coming up in the new moon. Sovereignty, Queen of the Moon. Some of you here may have done something recently that was a ritual of some kind. This could have been a prayer. This may have been something you were journaling. But ultimately, whatever it was, it had power behind it. because I see strength here, okay? We don't have to take gender into account here, this King Queen. Ultimately, it's someone holding their power who is in tune. Okay, someone whose third eye is open, and you chose the all-seeing eye, someone who is a seer, someone who can see beyond the physical reality. You may have recently dyed your hair. You're thinking of dyeing your hair during this new moon, and it can be this kind of crimson red, black, multicolored, but it's something that stands out. And as I shared, some of you may be expecting, you're expecting it. It's like you're waiting. When I look at her, it's like she's in this waiting position. Some of you are having some sense of justice come in during this new moon. Okay. Spiritual justice. And in particular, it relates to an ex. Yeah, whoever it is, they have a strong energy, because I feel myself being pulled. So yeah, that's why I have my incense. I knew, I was like, I feel this, the readings are going to have some strong energies. Got my dragon's blood. Action and pleasure. It's interesting as well, because even though there's this energy of this ex and this strong energy from them, it's like they can't penetrate, they can't actually get back in, because look at you, you're going forward, action and pleasure, right? You're receiving all that's good, and it's not just over the new moon. This is continuous residual energy, it's ongoing. Cinnamon can be significant. Cinnamon and lemons. Lemon sorbet, it's quite specific. Some of you may like that, or for some it's connected to childhood memory. Okay, there's something here about you being free. You're finally going to be free in this justice. Okay, so during this new moon, you're going to be stepping into an energy of where you can start to enjoy life again. Okay, and as I say, it's not that it's just for the new moon, it'll be like that. It's like the spark, it's the beginnings. So that's where there's that newness, right? But it's as though the justice comes in, right? The domino effect is leading to this, you being able to finally be free, take actions and have pleasure in your life, enjoying life again, right? We have the butterflies there. They can be significant. You may be seeing butterflies, you're going to see them, right? As this justice is approaching as well. And we know it's metamorphosis energy, right? Ultimately, when we have butterflies stepping into your power, sovereignty, stepping into your sovereignty. Some of you are going to get something back, is what I hear. Particularly where finances are concerned, you're getting something back. There may be a legal aspect to some of this for you. It's not just about spiritual justice, though as we know, spiritual justice can manifest in many ways, and it can be perhaps financial, abundance. It could be also health abundance, things like that, right? Having a glow up here, it could be all of that. But ultimately, yes, there could be in the physical reality already something to do with legalities here. And yes, because I'm hearing the police. So some of you may have had to deal with police with this particular ex. The masculine, yeah, there they are. Okay, again, we don't have to focus on gender, right? It can be someone who, they're a woman, but they had a very masculine energy, vice versa. Doesn't matter at this point, because this is really the energy of this ex and this domineering aspect that they had, right? Domineering energy. Yeah, change. So this card here, when I see this, it reminds me of the Tower card. Thunder Moon. And pile 2, deck 2, I did the June predictions, and I mentioned possibly all 3 piles. The new moon reading may have messages. I mention about thunder and a thunderstorm, okay? So I don't remember which pile it was. You may have to watch all 3 to get the message, but it may be worth having a watch, okay? Because that is connected somehow. So there is a breakthrough energy here. Yes, because I'm certain it was karmic energy coming up. Okay. Let's see what else here. And we'll close out the reading. Oh, okay. Faith. Yeah. Yeah, you've continued going. Faith. You've continued going, and for some of you here, there's going to be a gift. You see how she's pregnant? So for some of you here, this action and pleasure, you're moving into something that is going to be like that of a rebirth, but also there's a gift within this rebirth. For some of you, this is about children, a child. This could be about a new pet. Okay, you're going to get a new baby kitten, a baby puppy, something that you've waited on getting. But ultimately, when it comes to love and relationships, because ultimately this reading has gone in that direction, you're gonna get it all in that sense, whatever all is for you, right? Whatever that represents, whether it's having your partner and your pet kitten and your pet puppy, right? Having your partner, your baby, maybe it's both. Maybe you're gonna have animals and children here. And for some of you, there's also re-strengthening, right? So where children and animals are in your life already, there's this re-strengthening. It's almost as though having that time and energy, right, to dedicate more to them as well, and to yourself. This is also about self-care and self-love, okay? And loving all of you, loving all of your body, loving how you look, because there's something to do with self-worth and this past ex, and they played on that. They played on your self-worth, right? And this is quite specific, but some of them, where this is a woman, you know, you the viewer, you're the woman, they kind of held that over your head about having a family. Or like if you're a mother, right, and they, oh, you're not a good mother. It's this kind of energy. And of course it can be vice versa, perhaps saying, oh, you'll never be a good father, you're not a good father, depending on you know, what resonates with you and what your situation was and is. But it was like this, they played on that. But that's done, because this is you now. Okay? Very powerful reading. I'm going to wrap it up there. That's all that needs to be shared. I do hope you enjoyed that, those of you that chose deck 2. And I will see you guys soon for another one. Bye for now.